Hey everyone, this is Tim, and I hope you're doing well. Really enjoying the time in LA. Got a chance to explore the sights, and I'm pretty excited because I'm just here cooling down and fueling up because we are going on a relatively short drive just outside the downtown LA area, and I really need a cool drink. Especially on such a hot day, and I'm pretty excited. And the reason we're going a little bit out of LA is because I heard there was a fantastic Filipino buffet with endless lobster and lechon and kare and all the great Filipino fare. And it gets even better because it's only about $35, so definitely worth the drive. It's called Mekeni's Pinoy Pride, and hopefully with pride in the name, people do take pride and care in everything they do. And it does get busy in there, so I'm just gonna head off a little bit early before the dinner rush, and good friends Mark and Tanner has suggested that also to leave early because traffic in LA can be pretty hectic, but I'm not seeing that. I've been traveling and the highways and the streets are just fantastic, very wide, very efficient. So I can't wait to get there and enjoy a great meal and also meet all the great folks there. And really grateful that you can join, and also really grateful to ExpressVPN for sponsoring this video. In my professional career, I look after software solutions, and hosted solutions. So safety, privacy, and security is of utmost importance. And whether at home or when traveling, I use ExpressVPN to encrypt and secure my data communications to prevent bad actors from accessing sensitive and private information, especially connecting to public hotspots like in an airport or a hotel or where I am at a cafe. So making sure your data is secure and encrypted is of utmost importance, especially accessing work information, your personal data, or your banking information. And ExpressVPN not only encrypts and secures your data, it also anonymizes your web activity. And sometimes knowing where you've been or what you've accessed is just as great a threat, if not greater, than unauthorized data access, because it opens you up to what they call social engineering attacks, where imposters can pretend to be from the companies that you visited trying to get some sensitive information. But as great as the security and the privacy is, there's also a nice aspect to ExpressVPN. When I'm traveling and I'm out of the area, some streaming providers such as Netflix or Disney Plus won't let you access certain content if you're outside the home area. It's kind of like going to a buffet and only having access to 70% of the dishes there. So in order to get around that, I can change my online location, switching back to Canada, and now I can watch my favorite anime, Naruto Shippuden, and it's a great way to avoid this geo-blocking problem. So give ExpressVPN a try, and if you want to find out how to get 3 months free, scan the QR code that is on the screen right now, or by clicking on the link in the video description, or by visiting the site expressvpn.com/timlee. That again is expressvpn.com/timlee. And with that, I am all fueled up. And with drink in hand, we are ready to set out for a great Filipino all-you-can-eat lobster and lechon buffet. And again, I better head out quickly because Mark and Tanner said traffic is bad in LA. I don't think so, but we'll find out together. Cheers. Let's go. And off we go on this beautiful day on a scenic drive down the highway. And I must say, really impressed with the freeways and highways of LA. Even during rush hour, the 6-lane freeway, always moving along, really enjoyable. And we have arrived at Mekeni Pinoy Pride, and the buffet is just about to start. The line is already forming, and we will wait in the 100-degree weather. Isn't it, Carmen? It's hot, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh my goodness. All right. Oh, and it's moving along. Okay.
Welcome to Mekeni, sir.
Oh, hey, Marriott. Thank you so much.
Hi.
Oh, and it is so nice to be in an air-conditioned room. And oh, look at this. So it is so fun to walk through the buffet line while looking for the table. And I see it right there. Table 18. So nice to grab a table here, and I think this must be the best table in the house because it is right next to the buffet, and Auntie there is telling everyone it is time to start, and I think I will. Come on, let's check it out. So after having so many buffets, I think I know the way it works is to go through a bit of reconnaissance first, and I can see the lobster. Yes. And this is bulaklak. This is potato chips, Filipino style, with the intestines crispy, and the wonderful chicken skin chips, and the lechon. Thank you, Robert. And some wonderful desserts here. I'm gonna do a little bit of game theory and wait for the line to die down. But in the meantime, we'll go for something nice and cool to drink. All right, so this is kind of nice. The line is dying down. And since it's hot outside, a nice drink. Oh, a nice cold tea, lemony, very refreshing. And I think it's time to start the buffet. Let's go. Just 2 or 3 steps. So as the line is going, I did get a chance to go through some reconnaissance, and one thing I learned, never to get everything all at once. It can get kind of crazy because everything looks so good. And let's grab a plate and we will strategize. So I think I'm gonna go for a couple of rounds. And the nice thing is, after doing the reconnaissance, I noticed all the great stuff at the back. The wonderful chicken skin, the kare, and I got a chance to see Robert chopping up that wonderful lechon. I almost lost a finger there, so definitely going for that first. But I know there is kare, so we'll go for a little rice. And as nice as the white rice is, the garlic rice is looking very fine. And these plates are massive. A little bit more. And now that we have the foundation, we can go for some of the dishes. Oh, thank you so much for introducing all the great food. Oh, thank you. And this is put together so nicely. And I saw Eric there earlier lifting the cloches of all the great food. Thank you so much. So it was a 2-person job getting all that food in place. So let's see. A lot of the Alfredo, I'll definitely go for, but later. And let's see. The key is to construct a well-rounded plate on the first round. So maybe a bit of sisig right here to start. Oh, that is wonderful porky goodness. So this is a little bitter, isn't it?
This one.
This one, yeah. And this is papaitan. Papaitan. Very nice. And moving on, we have some ribs, but since we're going methodically, a little bit of sinigang as a refresher. Right here. A little bit more with the veggies and the meat. All right, and let's see. All right. These were some of the veggies, some salmon, some steak. Oh, and since I have the rice, I gotta go for the picadillo. Hey, Moses.
Hi.
Oh, you put on, this is fantastic. You put on such a nice spread here. Thank you so much. And I gotta go for this. And this is good with rice.
Yes.
All right. And I got a little rice next to the sisig. And how can one say no to the luscious kare and oh, beautiful meats and veggies right here. A little bit more. And oh, look at these luscious lobster. Oh, and this is a rookie mistake because the plate is almost full, and unfortunately, I have to see Moses in round 2 for the wonderful lobster, but there is room for some luscious lechon. Yeah, thanks, Robert. So earlier, I almost lost a finger when I was trying to sample. Thank you so much. And I can't resist a little bit of chicken skin right here, the bulaklak. And that is looking so good. And in case people are wondering how we get all the food with the camera, well, behind the scenes, we've got Bia helping. And thank you so much, Bia. Oh, thank you. So even with all the practice at the buffets, I didn't leave enough room on the plate for the lobster, but that's okay. We'll go back for a second round. But it is nice to come back to the table to find some refreshing refreshments, I guess, in the form of a Diet Coke as well. Pour number 1 and pour number 2. And I feel for the flight attendants pouring the Diet Coke on the plane and waiting and waiting. A little bit more. There we go. This is so much needed. So refreshing. It is a hot day. So, to get started, as good as the sinigang looks, and since I have the spoon, I'm gonna give that a try, but with the chicharron here, the chicken skin, I gotta try that. A little bit of vinegar. Oh, that is shatteringly crisp. And not only is it shatteringly crisp, it has wonderful chicken goodness, little bit of pockets of fat, makes it very luscious. And to balance out the crispy, we will use the sinigang for some refreshment. That is wonderfully tangy with the tomato and the tamarind, and it's got deep flavors as well. Very bright, in fact, to open up the appetite. And as good as the sinigang is, I think the lechon with the crispy lacquered skin needs to be devoured with gusto while it's still crispy. So let's give this a try. In the lechon sauce. I know I shouldn't eat the skin in its entirety on the first go, but that's okay because we have taken multiple and that skin is nice and thin and crispy, but the more important part below that is a thin layer of fatty gelatiny goodness, a little bit more of, oh no, that's the bagoong, a little bit more of the lechon sauce, or a lot. A little hard to eat with one hand, but that meat is so tender and just melts in the mouth. And this is a perfect start to any Filipino feast. Oh. Very nice. Very refreshing. And with the rice, we've got the picadillo and the kare. I don't think I've had picadillo before, so let's give that a try. On the rice. And it's kind of hard to eat with a fork, so just grab a spoon. Oh, there we go. Oh. My initial thought was the picadillo might be a bit dry, but that couldn't be further from the truth. It is nice and saucy and wonderful spices, not hot, and the rice is a perfect balance. Oh, so good. And I think it's good because it's actually a little bit of pork and a little bit of potatoes. I can eat this all day long, but I won't because we gotta try the kare. And as good as the veggies are, it really is the sauce that makes it special. And we'll need a little bit of meat and some bagoong with the garlic rice. Give it a shimmy and a jiggle and a wiggle. All right. As I suspected, the kare never disappoints. Nice and creamy. And they always make sure that this is a little less on the salty side so that you can add the bagoong on here to really kick up the spice. Very good. So the buffet is still going strong, and I will finish first round and go for round 2 and 3, and I'll take you back. What a feast. Yeah, there's like a... So round one, really nice to get the appetite going. The sinigang, delicious. And I got a chance to have that spare rib, falls off the bone. And for something crispy and crunchy, the chicken chicharron, topped with a sisig, a wonderful bite. And I hear Robert chopping up a storm right over there. And that is a sign for round two. And I'll make sure to save room for the lobsters. It is a little bit hard to practice restraint, but we'll see. So the first round was a bit small, but even the bulaklak, it might not look like much, and the chicharron, they really actually fill you up. So I think I'm gonna go a little bit lighter, and I'm gonna try that papaita to spur the appetite on. This is an interesting stew. Meat and tripe with a bit of bile for that extra pungent bitterness, making a mess. And just a little bit, because a little goes a long way. And then these are the sticky ribs. Oh, tacky, sticky goodness and tackiness in the best way possible. Rib number one, and we will stop at rib number one. Let's see. Ooh, look at this. Some gorgeous flaky salmon. Oh, it just flakes away. With a little bit of veggies. And moving on, we've got this wonderful beef steak and gravy with the soft caramelized onions. And this looks so tender. Let's go for a little bit here, or a lot. Okay, and a little bit more beef. And I am so proud I practiced the restraint. There's still lots of room on the plate for the lobster up ahead. All right. Hey, Robert. Oh, this looks so good. And luckily, I have room on my plate. Can I get a lobster?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, this is heavy. And since there is still room on the plate, maybe a lechon or two? Oh, thank you so much.
Welcome, sir.
Oh, it's all full. So this is a nice looking plate from Robert. Thank you so much. And we got to go back to enjoy. All right, round two is looking a lot better, and the plate is just as full, but it is a well-balanced plate with the lobsters and the beef and the pork. To start things off, some papaita, fun to say, and let's give it a try. It's bitter like bile, because there is bile in here with some meats and some offal, which makes it awfully good, but it a little bitter, but it does open the appetite. So, a necessary evil, but it actually grows on you, and it's actually quite good. I think with the appetite open, we can now go for that heavy barbecue pork rib, and the only way to do this is with our hands. Oh, nice and tacky and sticky. Oh, just like the sinigang, this pork rib melts in your mouth. So tender, with a sweet, tacky glaze, baked and caramelized, so delicious, but a little heavy, so you can only have one. Oh. All right. Finger licking good. But the lobster is waiting, so we gotta go for that. Open her up. And Robert was saying that this luscious sauce here, this is an oyster mushroom sauce. And we'll go for wonderful meat here. A little bit of the mushroom and oyster sauce there, that's pink. Oh, very nice. As nice as the lobster is, it is the sauce, because that is rich and creamy, and you can taste the umami of the oyster. There's a hint of coconut for that extra tropical freshness. Oh, so good. And after you're done with lobster number 1, you can go to lobster number 2 and 3 and 4 because they continue to replenish the line rapidly because it is getting quite busy. But I gotta try the beef steak with a little bit of rice, or maybe just on its own for now. That is tender. I can taste the black pepper and the sauce and the sweetness of the onions. Wonderful gravy, tender beef. And with all that gravy, we certainly need the rice to soak it up with an onion straggling. And it is a straggler. So, round 2, very good. And I'm gonna finish this up. There's still a couple of items I haven't tried at the buffet, so I really want to try that. The seafood and shrimp and Alfredo. So some very enjoyable work to do. And I'll take you back for round 3. Cheers to you. Oh, so round 2 has come and gone. Very enjoyable. The salmon, nicely cooked. But the lechon takes the cake, crispy skin. Can never get enough of that. But the star of the show is a lobster sauce. As good as the lobster is, and it is good, it is the sauce that makes the difference. Make sure to get the sauce with the rice. Very delicious. So now this is said and done. There are still a few dishes that I haven't tried, the Alfredo and maybe a little bit more lobster. Come on, let's go. The buffet keeps going stronger and stronger, but I'm getting weaker and weaker. So we'll just go for our favorites and the ones we haven't tried. And of all the items, I'm saving the Alfredo for last, not because I don't like it, but because it can be so filling. So let's grab a nice prawn here with a bit of bacon pasta, twisted and twirled right down here, and definitely going for a little bit of rice to form a foundation for what's to come. Not too much. And what's to come is over there, although I should go for the shrimp, but too much work. Here it is. And what's to come is the kare, and this is my second favorite here. Luscious peanut sauce and the tender meat next to the rice, topped off with a bit of bagaong right here. And I remember when I went to Max's Chicken and I ordered the kare without the rice, people were not kind, and but that's okay. I learned my lesson. And hey Robert, this looks great. You know, I was saying that the lobster is delicious, but as good as the lobster is, it's the sauce. So can I have like a small lobster and a lot of sauce? Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. All right. So thank you so much, Robert. And we have someone doing the same thing. Hi, how are you? We're doing the same thing together. Yes. So we definitely need to get back to our table before this gets too cold. So a modest third round, and this round is all the favorites. And I have since found out that it is the lobster sauce. That is great. With a little bit of the bagaong and the rice. Okay, a perfect bite. Actually, make sure the next time you go or when you come here, a little bit of lobster and cooked perfectly. Just pulls out. With a lot of the sauce. And more bagaong. This is the perfect bite made in heaven. We've got the spoon and the fork, so I think we'll try the Alfredo. And I didn't get a lot because I am getting so full. Nice and cheesy and creamy and bacony, if that is a word. But to make it even better, that bagaong.
It's actually rich.
It is the bagaong. And we can't forget the shrimp with the bacon. Oh. Shrimp is tender and meaty, has a nice bounce to it. Very nice. So a quick round 3. So a little bit of work to finish us off, and I'll take you back because I heard the Filipino fruit salad is something you should not miss, and I don't think I'm gonna miss that. Oh, and we'll take you back. As good as the food is, round 3 was a struggle, and look, the favorites are still going strong. The kare, the lobster, and the bulabok, and it's fun to say. And now it is time for dessert. Oh, let's see what we have. All right, we've got some cherries and fruit and some pudding, and I think that is tapioca. And this is exactly what I need. Something sweet to finish off the meal. A few cherries, 2, maybe 1 more, and we will put a bowl here for that fruit salad that people say I must try. This is a favorite of people growing up. Canned fruit, some coconut, some condensed milk, and I heard mayonnaise is in the recipe. A little bit more with a cherry on top. And moving on, this is a tapioca pudding. So let's give this a try. Really nice. A little more. Okay, and I've been told what goes good with the tapioca are the strawberries. Let's see, let's go for a few. Right here. A little bit more. And some mango. Carefully balanced. And just a bit of bagaong. Oh, and that would be a beautiful traditional Filipino dessert. So after so many lobsters, and they are unlimited, we have come to an end with a nice dessert. And I can't wait to try the Filipino fruit salad. And there is a whole bunch of things in here. Believe it or not, that actually works. And it tastes wonderful. I was told that this is canned fruit with condensed milk, some mayonnaise even, and some shredded coconut. And thanks to Austin and Bia, they told me it's pronounced macapina. So when you're here, definitely give this a try. I think the macapina is the shredded coconut, young coconut. So kind of nice. Not only do you get to taste the food, you learn the vocabulary of the items you're eating. And this, I'm not sure what this is, but one way to find, actually 2 ways to find out. Oh, Vanessa, what do you call this?
So it's plentiful, sir. So it's made up of glutinous rice. Palita means both.
Oh, okay, great, thank you. So really great, folks here. Let's give that a try. A little bit of glutinous rice. Oh. Go for the palantina. That is nice and warm and smoky, and also a bit toasty from the sesame, I believe. And people were saying with the strawberries, it is a wonderful way to enjoy them dipped in the palatoni. Very nice. So this is Mekeni Pinoy's pride. And with pride in the name, it shows because throughout the day, we can see Robert and Eric and Austin and Marion taking so much pride in what they do, and really great folks here, everyone, with Mama Pang and Moses. I even learned a few new words from Vanessa and Bia. So again, $35 for unlimited kare and the lobster and the lechon. Can't imagine a better deal. And not only is it a good deal, but really enjoyable here. Great friends, and feels like your family. So I can't think of a better experience. And to finish it off, we will do a bit of mango and a bagaong. I think a little will do, yeah. It's an acquired taste. It's a fishy mango. Very interesting and nice to enjoy new things. So thank you so much for joining, and until we see each other again, I hope you're keeping well, I hope you're eating well, and I hope you're traveling well. Take care of each other, and bye-bye for now. And as I was leaving after that wonderful meal, outside a massive celebratory crowd emerges, and this is a dinner rush, and in a few minutes this is the inside busy as ever.